There are a few times in one's career when there is a house that just checks all the boxes, where everything is perfect. This house here on Wrightwood Court in Studio City, just off Mulholland, up in the Hollywood Hills, is about as perfect as it gets. I have a breathtaking view across some of the most iconic moments of Los Angeles. I get the very edge of the Hollywood sign. I stare over Universal Studios. I can see all the way to the San Bernardino Mountains, and up here is the famous Mulholland Drive. This house has been completely redesigned by the owners, who happen to be two of the most lovely people you could hope to meet. I challenge you to find a square inch that isn't perfection. These guys have gone above and beyond with every moment of this wonderful home. And it is my distinct pleasure to show you this jewel at 3526 Wrightwood Court, Studio City, up here in the Hollywood Hills. So this is 3526 Wrightwood Court in Studio City, which is technically connected to the Hollywood Hills. I'm going to take you on some of my favorite moments of this home. There are just so many, but I want to begin with this spectacular open plan living room. So the owners are the designers, and they happen to be the most adorable couple you could ever hope to meet. The entire emphasis of this home is angled towards this magnificent view. So I'm going to stand up and just give you a little waltz around this space. You'll notice that everything is pretty minimal. There isn't clutter, there isn't too much stuff. The house isn't jam-packed with all sorts of nonsense. And we have the Rolls Royce of patio doors here. This is Fleetwood. Fleetwood, in my opinion, make the best patio doors. They are the most expensive by a mile. But then again, so are Rolls Royce. But it traverses perfectly out to the pool deck. This is magic. We have a huge pool by standards of the hills, because if you imagine getting a flat area, getting a big pool, a spa, which has all been redesigned by the current owners, is really challenging. We have privacy. And then I can just stand here and gaze across one of the most beautiful parts of Los Angeles. I have the true Hollywood Hills with a Hollywood sign behind me. I gaze across Universal Studios. And in my opinion, as a real estate professional, there are seldom certain streets that just have extra magic. We're in an area called the Wrightwoods, and you'll see that this is a natural horseshoe across this several acres below that's oak trees. And what this creates is it creates a crescent where all of these homes just have the most spectacular view. So after I've had a fabulous day in my pool or spa and I just want to sit down and maybe smoke a cigar, have a nice glass of wine, shoot the shit with my friends, I can do it at one of two fabulous fire pits. Again, the emphasis is the view. Everything is just drawing me in. And I can sit here for hours and hours and hours and just take it all in. So as I leave the first fire pit here, I'm going to give you a tour of the exterior of this home. We have some outdoor dining here. The table's contracted right now, but you can easily get 8 or 12 right here off the kitchen. You have a second, more serene fire pit, which this is a private entrance to a totally lower deck, like a meditation platform, which is a completely different vibe. So this is a place where one can be totally with nature. I'm literally at the same height as the treetops, and I can just sit in my chair, enjoy the smells, the sights, and I'm below the main part of the house. But this is a beautiful spot because I face directly east, and I know the current owners, this would be his little espresso moment and a cigar in the morning. And I can't think of a nicer place to enjoy nature and enjoy just a little bit of serenity. So as I leave my little serenity platform, I want to show you some of the other areas of the outside. So come on, Manny. Past these wonderful fire pits again. And then I have an awesome outdoor living room with plenty of seating for all my guests. And again, it's all about the view, but the manipulation of the area around this pool deck is really something special. And I'm going to take you to the north end of the pool, because these two chairs are off the owner's suite. So you step out of bed, jump in the pool, dry off in the sun because we're facing east. And then I have my sun loungers here. So all in all, this is another amazing view facing toward the hill. Very rare to find this with a property. So as I leave the exterior of the property, I want to bring you into this wonderful custom kitchen. Now, I'm very familiar with the house. I sold it to these people and it looked completely different. This is a true mid-century house where every square inch has been redone. You have custom cabinetry, all solid wood, soft close, black marble, beautiful wide plank oak floors. You have a chef's island with 10 burners if you take off the griddle. Fabulous counter space. I love that they chose a black sink because it goes so perfectly with the palette of everything else that's going on with the house. And then of course, Miele oven, got 2 of them, wine fridge, and of course a little discreet refrigerator, freezer. And I like that the tone traversed from wood to this more sexy black tone of the cabinetry. This is an ace kitchen, and then the cherry on top is I get a fabulous bar for 4 people to enjoy a meal prepared by the chef of the home. So now I want to take you to the private part of the home, which is the bedrooms. So all of the bedrooms, other than the guest house, are neatly stacked along this private corridor, which is completely separate to the rest of the home. Again, beautiful detail, special treatment on the walls, a wash treatment that just gives the whole property this serene feel. And so for today's purposes, I'm going to show you the owner's suite. So we come inside, and once again, the view frames everything. I have a beautiful symmetrical space that again just feels peaceful. Everything in here has been completely designed from scratch by the current owners. One thing I adore in an owner's suite is the ability to sit down and watch a movie or watch the news, and you don't have to be in a separate room. This is a really, really lovely touch. And where I'm sitting right now, as the light is changing to beautiful sunset tones, this is a very, very, very special moment. So the journey continues with this absolutely beautifully appointed spa-like bathroom. So the motif here is nature, We have lots of earth tones. We have a beautiful natural stone, which is then recapitulated with natural wood cabinetry. We have a beautiful marble on the floors in large slab. And then of course, oversized shower, which of course is a steam shower. It's not over yet because my favorite moment in this bathroom is the spa tub. It's extra deep and you can sit in here and chill for hours and enjoy your own little private Zen garden. We have a perfectly discreet water closet. And then last but not least is this spectacularly appointed walk-in closet with plenty of room for two people. Even the palette on the cabinetry matches the earth tones of the spa-like bathroom. It's just so on point. We have soft close cabinetry, of course, and we have plenty of drawers and storage for whatever you could want. This is another moment that is 10 out of 10. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming with me on this private tour of 3526 Wrightwood Court up here in the hills of Studio City. As you can see, the light is going deliciously golden. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to grab a pew, sit down by this fabulous fire pit and watch the sunset go down over the Hollywood sign myself. So until next time, this is Pete Lorimer signing out, and I'll see you later. Toodaloo.